got my ass kicked in the other league. Let's see if we can redeem ourselves. It's these corny ass movies, though.
So why'd you call me out here? A couple of days ago, I get a letter from Granddad. It's marked about a month before he died. I made sure you get this letter to know my dying wish that my acres of land are given to the local Aboriginal tribe. They've been a great help with my research. There's this local developer. Wants to buy the land up. Tristan, you understand that Granddad's property has been in the family for generations. In Granddad's letter, he said the local Aboriginal tribe helped him with his research. What do you mean by research? What was that? We better go inside. It turns out my grandfather was a cryptozoologist. Someone who researches mythical creatures. He studied bunyans. Developer, what's he going to be developing? You know what this is worth to the company. This creature is what killed your grandfather. Now, Mr. Richards wants nothing more than to stop the same for it and kill again. But this thing, it's still out there? It always is. It always will be.
Previously on the Dude Bro Show.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. Lisa Ray has a lot to say about dating and relationships in the black world, especially since she has so many failed relationships. She's over on Fox Soul with Vivica A. Fox and Selena Johnson and the others over there, and again they're spewing, in my honest opinion, a lot of nonsense on most topics to talk about. Maybe every now and then they'll get something right, but they typically are an enemy to their own message. Because Lisa Ray is trending for all the wrong reasons. Again, it's never based on anything that she does in the industry because she's a pretty good actress. So now she's just saying anything and doing anything, obviously to get some sort of attention. Now, Lisa Ray has been having some single problems. First, she was married to Mr. Michael Miss. Okay, she's married to that guy. She was married to another guy even before that. Then she had a baby by Tony Martin, who played for the Chargers, wide receiver. So she's had failed relationship after failed relationship. But now she's with this guy called King Yalo. Now I don't know who the guy is, but I want to play an excerpt of his supposedly sermon. He seems to be somewhat of a religious leader, and that's them there, hanging out and things like that. So I will play this, and then we're gonna come back. seems to be somewhat of a clout chaser. He's been trying to get his views up on social media. He takes pictures of a lot of important people. But this Yahweh is very familiar in stature in what he like tries to look like. He looks like the second coming of the infamous Yahweh ben Yahweh. If you guys don't remember Yahweh ben Yahweh, let's look at this news clip and let's come back.
For 10 years, this Liberty City building has been the home of the Yahwehs. Its leader, Yahweh ben Yahweh, the self-proclaimed Son of God, has thrown down the gauntlet in the past year to federal authorities and the media.
Either come forth with an indictment now or quit printing the garbage.
The indictment has been returned. But who is Yahweh ben Yahweh? And how did he come to amass real estate holdings in the hundreds of thousands of dollars? Yahweh ben Yahweh was born Hulan Mitchell Jr. and grew up in Oklahoma. A one-time member of the Nation of Islam, Yahweh's group claimed they were the true Jews. For years, they remained clouded in mystery. Audio tapes of the group's meetings were obtained by Eyewitness News and aired in a series of reports.
What the fuck, man?
Publicly, Yahwehs were noticed in their white robes. They carried canes. And privately, residents and police investigators were hearing horror stories about the Yahwehs.
They shot him. They shot him. I remember maybe 2 shots ringing out, and I screamed.
Mildred Banks knows about violence. Today, some 9 years after she was shot, she still carries a bullet in her side. One day, in 1981, her North Dade home became a house of death. Banks and her husband, Carlton Carey, had just returned from talking with police about another Yahweh member who had been decapitated. But when they entered the home, they knew something was wrong. In 1986, she spoke with Eyewitness News.
I remember coming to and seeing them drag himself out. And I remember saying to myself, they're going to cut his head off. And I remember saying to myself, I got to get help. But the phones were down.
Today, Yahweh ben Yahweh is charged in her attempted murder and the death of her husband. October 1986, Yahwehs take over an Opa-locka apartment building. 2 residents who ordered to leave publicly complained. That night, both were shot to death. Authorities began to look at the Yahweh organization. Yahweh ben Yahweh, the former resident, went public. He opened the door to the attempt, sharing reporters his story. He became involved in various chambered commerce, brought up numerous hotels, cleaned up dilapidated apartments.
We got on our dark colors, man.
Restaurants and stores, becoming a part of Miami's business community. Even rubbing shoulders with elected officials at grand openings. Today, Yahweh ben Yahweh is a defendant. But for months, he lashed out at those who spoke out.
And they've been investigating for several years, and that's all they can find. So they're on a fishing expedition.
But tonight, Yahweh ben Yahweh is behind bars. Mel Taylor, Channel 10, Eyewitness News.
Now, for those of you who remember Yahweh ben Yahweh, he was a religious leader in Miami, okay? And he was
That's cool right there.
as a cult leader, committing many crimes, black separatist founder, which is the same sort of message that's what I can hear from this guy. He seems like another wanting to be Yahweh ben Yahweh. So he wants to be somewhat of a cult leader.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
What was the use of getting into Hollywood? What was the use of having a career?
That wasn't
What
me.
was the use of doing any of the things that you're are so bragging about doing. When now, here's where you're at. At your age, you're getting with a guy who resembles one of the most infamous cult leaders of all time, who got convicted of I don't know how many murders. And like, you're out here, this is what you're doing. He even calls her the Queen Mother. So you want to be special so bad that no normal person or guy, you know, like I said, that you desire will touch you. So you've ran the guys off, so now you're dealing with this. I mean, that's what it looks like. I'm not saying that's the truth, right? But it does look like that because in her prime, you would never catch Lisa Ray with a guy like this.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Our game here, a Thanksgiving staple in Dallas dating back to 1966. It was Tex Schramm, the Cowboys GM, who wanted to drum up a little publicity. And he drew 80,000 to the Cotton Bowl to see the Cowboys beat the Browns that year in '66. And a tradition was born and has only grown in love and passion over the years. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked on by Landon Collins. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround and play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. The Cowboys at 9-1 on the year, and they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Cameron Sutton just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Oh, shit.
Prescott to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of life behind it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Throwing Jones. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th brought down. Here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Azeez Ojulari pushing in and dropping him.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. A first down carry for Barkley. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Room here to run. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. It's Barkley on the counter. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Here's Jones. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones, a 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Cowboys 3.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fair catch made on the 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss gets off your back. You can move forward from there.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument.
And Prescott, his third interception. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 12-yard line.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over.
Touchdown, Giants! Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Great corner out there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Easy pick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys make over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Dang, man.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the sneak, it's Prescott. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
No gain. Quarterback sneak. No gain. Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Prescott on 4th down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there. But they do convert on fourth. First and 10 here, and you know, if they can just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. It's caught inside the 25. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw. Jones. Got a man, that's Richie James.
What the fuck you fall for,
Get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
First down, Giants.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. In motion left goes a tight end. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 34. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Crossing the field, Beckham makes a catch. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
And people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
And the Cowboys first down.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Complete to Hilton. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be fourth down. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt.
Dang.
That is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a third and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Damone Clark in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. First down, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The offense on third down, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. Man open left side is Brown. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
To the air again, Prescott. He's got it to Hilton. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up there thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back.
Easy second. Good game, cuz.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? 3 to bring up 4th.
That was a third long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And big problems there. They'll say this crossed out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Prescott being chased out left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
What was that? And he was open.
Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
Hell.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
Here's Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Prescott now from the 50. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Prescott to throw on 4th. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he will find the end zone again, so he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and they'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Giants. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
There looked like a small operation in this one, didn't it? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into point. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. When they show their build, they have to be careful not to give out too many.
Meeting in Chicago about this shit, because, a lot of people don't know, like, that was one of the times where this was one of the reasons, this is how one of the ways Twister got formed, is when I didn't get accepted from people that I was fans of. Right. So Tretch said a little something on the record. He had a show in Chicago. At this time, they had formed the House of Pain. Right. I saw Everlast because I knew him he used to come in the office at our record. Okay. So boom, we talking. He like, man, let me holler at you. So it's old now. We can laugh about it. Everlast said, "You didn't hear it from me. Tretch dissed you on his new shit." What? So I go listen to this shit. Boom, boom. I'm listening. I'm waiting. I ain't hear nothing. Then finally the record come on. I put a few blows in cargo so you could tongue twist your ass back to Chicago. Ooh. I was a fan, though, at the time, so this shit broke. I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? So I'm pissed off about it. So years later, like, people used to see my video come on and then fuck with him, like, oh, shit, dude, the fuck you up, woo. So he got pissed off and he dissed me. So then we ended up having a meeting in Chicago because it was like the shit seemed like it was going to escalate into some other shit. Right. But then the funniest shit happened. We get to New York and we do the big ass cover for Double XL with all of the rappers and shit. We standing on the street. Who the fuck walk up and shit? Tretch. Right. We like, oh shit. He said, yeah, see, I told you, y'all in my hood now. It's cool. And he kept it moving. He was like, ooh. Wow. So, that's when you learn some shit. You gotta learn. This means navigating through the industry. This is one of the things that helped me learn how to move, So at that time we got a little cordial before that incident, but had it been some shit going on.
Section down below how you feel about Twister's comments towards Naughty by Nature and Tretch. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button on your way out. Peace.
Like a young O'Shea with an AK. Okay. Tell these motherfuckers that my name is O'Shea.
Controls. Deep profile. Power. 11 of 11. Ugly. Press cross with the left.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Doggy Diamonds. I had to put this Max B interview on my channel because it's all over the internet. Many people ate well off it for years since it came out, but I had to bring it back home to remind people that I did this interview. And thank you to everybody out there who feel like this is the greatest interview of all time, but definitely top 3 or number 1, whatever wherever you rank it. I'm thankful and I'm grateful that I'm even in the standing of greatness in a lot of people's minds. But the funny thing about this interview too is that this interview was never in HD. This was the second interview that I did with Max B for the Come Up DVD. The first one, he was alluding that he was having problems and issues, and I was trying to ask him, what's the problem? What's wrong? He was just like, yo, they blackballing me. He didn't say who he was talking about, so I was kind of confused. I didn't know he didn't have any issues and problems. So when they called me, Fendi called me and said, do you want to interview Max B again? I said, sure. I said, but I don't have the camera. I just got to grab the camera I got and go do it. So we was real concerned that the footage wasn't going to be in HD. It wasn't going to match the rest of the DVD. It wasn't going to look good. But then by the time we sat down and watched the content of the interview, we was like, holy. we might have a classic interview here, and it ain't even HD. So it didn't even matter what the camera work looked like because the content was so rich. And this was Max B in rare form. One day I'll give the backstory of like how the interview, what happened before the interview. And just to let you know, when this interview ends, we supposed to ride around Harlem. Man, we lost contact. The day was just so crazy, we lost contact. But shout out to Max B, shout out to Big Fendi. The views expressed in this video do not reflect the thoughts of Doggy Diamonds. I was just doing my journalistic things. As you can see, you know what I'm saying? I tried to ask him, how could it all end? He answered how he answered. So shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Love here, peace. Doggy Diamonds.
So you know, right now, a lot of people probably say, Max, when does it end between you and the situation with them? When do you, like, what ends the situation? What makes you just say
somebody gotta die?
The man, Max B.
What's up, boy?
We on the Ave. We in the hood.
All day, every day.
All day, every day.
137 for Lennox.
He got the hair out today. You know what I'm saying? No,
she loves me. She does me that. Hold on.
All right.
That's my new shit right here. Let me show you my new shit. Check it right. Look. My new shit. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not.
Max, what's going on? Since the last time we spoke on the come up, a lot of shit transpired since then.
That did like what? How many views that shit got?
That shit did a lot.
Like one and some change?
Yeah, it was crazy.
One and some change, right? The first week was like 600,000-700,000.
We did it.
Yeah, it was a nice look for the boy. And they put everything in perspective. Let y'all niggas know I wasn't fucking with that dick in the mouth, Milli Vanilli ass nigga Jim. And that's shout to the nigga, check it. Shout to that snitch ass nigga, Freaky Zeke. Right? Nigga got shot and got subpoenaed, and you told on them niggas that bucked you up, nigga. You faggot. Nigga, you not wavier than the wavy man. Nigga, I got a better car. I got better songs. I look better. I got more bitches, nigga. I just live better than you, nigga. I'm the best, nigga. You niggas sitting around in the gym. You niggas up under there, fake groupie niggas, like y'all writing records, and y'all niggas just sitting around watching that nigga look good. Ain't none of y'all niggas out there making nothing happen, man. Boss Dog Bigger Veil, man. That's my season, man. Fuck with your boy, man. Niggas eating all that dick, hating on the veil, man. You Milli Vanilli lip singing ass niggas, man. Ask me anything, I tell you whatever.
Let's go. So right now, you know, I see some other footage with you on. You know, you had a little full words for Prodigy. Where all that came from?
Nigga, don't you got sickle cell? Yeah. Niggas talking crazy. That's what I'm trying to say. Whoever say something, but like I ain't out here. Like you see me in the hood, my nigga. My niggas got them stadiums out here. Like I'm not out here playing. I don't make rap money. I ain't, you know, shit. I can't even do official rap album. This nigga holding me back, so I gotta do other means. But a lot of these niggas hating on the game, man. You know shit. A lot of these niggas talking all crazy about the veil. And I'm a good guy, man. I listen to everybody. I be chilling. You know, shit. Niggas that be coming out. I coming out there.